Yo guys, what's going on? It's Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the best and easiest way to get vitamins here in Tarkov. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like on this one here today, and of course, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more PvE content. This is a comment that's come up pretty frequently, but I saw yesterday there was another comment about this, and it actually got a bunch of likes on it. So I figured, all right, time to sit down. Let's make the vitamin guide for you guys. A lot of you need it for Crisis, a level 48 therapist task that is required for Kappa. So a lot of you guys do need these vitamins. So we are going to make a little guide for them here today. So we're actually going to be using our Scav. And the reason for this, it just makes life 10 times easier traversing the map and getting to the FOB base on Woods. Or the med camp, as some other people call it. But we are going to be loading up our Scav here. That's where we're going to be heading. In my opinion, this is the best place to farm these. This is where I got almost all of mine. I think I got 8 or 9 of mine this way. I think I found 1 or 2 of them on labs when I was farming a bunch of labs. But, you know, the best place on all maps to find vitamins is in the medical supply crates, in the just regular med crates, and the med bags. Those are the best places on all of the maps to find the vitamins. It's obviously an RNG role if you're going to actually hit vitamins or not. But when it comes to the FOB camp on Woods, it seems like there are a lot more static spawns that have a higher chance to have the vitamins. So it's not guaranteed in a raid, but you have a pretty good chance. One other thing I want to let you know is scav raids are on BSG servers. So as you can see here, we are matching. A little bit of a load time. Obviously, PvE is now purchasable for all editions of the game, so you might start to see some of these load times on the weekends in the 2 and 3 minutes, which we know is not bad at all for a load time. So we're going to load into Woods, hopefully spawn kind of close to the base, and we'll go from there. Well, this isn't exactly a close spawn. I think you couldn't have spawned me further away, Nikita, but it's all right. I'll take it on the chin to let you know that PMCs will, at some point during the raid, always be at the FOB. So they might not be there when you're there, but they will always be there at some point during the raid. I haven't had a raid where they weren't there at some point, and now PMCs loot. So it is a possibility if you get to the base really late that you could miss the loot. Because the vitamins, if they're on one of their static spawns, the PMCs could just walk right up to them and pick them up. So keep that in mind. If you're spawning, like, right next to it, no big deal. But typically, those PMCs will roll through the FOB, and, you know, they might do a little bit of looting. So if it looks completely bare, maybe seek out those PMCs if you want to loot their bag. That's completely up to you. It's your decision. Alright. Almost here. So there is a ton of med spawns. So there's a ton of med spawns here. But the main area where I found all of my vitamins was in this tent. So on these tables is where I found all of mine. So obviously none here today. But make sure you look all around. We have plenty more med spawns here, so don't worry. There are med crates literally everywhere, med bags literally everywhere. That's a ration. I want to make sure I don't miss any. Alright, so here's our first medical. Not going to get it done. Next medical. Sticking with the one looters, okay. Make sure you check right here. Could be a med bag that spawns there. That's a ration. Make sure you also check back here. Dynamic loot. There could be a med bag back there as well. Just check all around. That's the best way to do it. Another ration. That's a tech. So over here, there's a ton of med stuff. This shelf is usually really decent. Today, we got a stim and an IFAK. We got somebody nearby. It's going to be a scav. So this should be a medical crate. Nothing at all in it. This will also be a med crate. Nothing there. Got a med bag right here. So make sure you're checking in here. Checking these shelves, tables, everything. And also in here. Okay. That's a tech crate. Looking in here, I believe a med bag can spawn up here or right there. And there's going to be one med spawn at the end of this thing on this table. And I'm assuming there is another med bag floating around here somewhere. We can also check the back of the one ambulance. We can open this up. Not usually anything in there, but doesn't hurt to check. That's a duffel bag. You can check the duffels, too. Pretty much anything in the game can spawn in duffel bags, so if you want to check those, you definitely could. But I think we hit all the med spawns. I'm kind of surprised that there was only, like, one med bag. So that's a little unfortunate, but this area right here is where I literally got all of my vitamins. Literally all of them. So this is where I would recommend all of you to come. You saw how many med spawns there are. There's a ton of them. So, yeah. Come here, farm it. Scav runs are the best because you don't have to deal with too much. You might have to deal with a small wave of PMCs that come through here specifically. Other than that, you should be pretty much good to go. Just run right to extract. If you spawn on the Scav house side of the map, you can just run to UN or Ruoff, whichever one you got. And then if you are obviously spawning on this side of the map, that's good because you get here first. But usually you have to run out near Scav house or the one boat, you know, something pretty far away, outskirts, to extract. So, either way, you'll be good to go. Come here, farm your vitamins, and it definitely took me like a day to get all of them. Like, it takes a little bit of grinding. You're not going to find them all in one raid, obviously, but if you can manage one every couple of raids, I think that's pretty consistent and pretty solid. So, do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you are also checking out the newest series to the channel, the Hardcore series, Uncut and Hardcore, debuted last night. So I would appreciate you checking that out if you are looking for some PvE hardcore content. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.